Hey Capricorn, we are going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys, Capricorn. All right, so this week is a little bit of a different spread. I'm getting, the Lover's card. Maybe you guys have already heard this. Okay, the next spread I'm going to do is like a love reading, relationship kind of thing. But this, we're going to do this one first. So, all right, let's see. Capricorn. All right. King of Swords. Okay, so I'm getting like CGI, all right? So CGI. Pretty sure that's something that I don't exactly know what the heck it is. Computer-generated imaging. Maybe that's exactly what it is. Okay, so King of Swords. I don't really know where that came from, guys, so I don't know. Let's see what's going on. In your reading, Capricorn. Okay, sorry. Now I got canceled. So maybe I personally got canceled. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. So, all right, let's see what's up, Capricorn. I'm also getting that as I got carded. Like someone's like, I got carded. And like, listen, that's kind of awesome, guys. When you hit a certain age and someone's like, oh, I gotta check your ID. It's like, thank you. In a certain setting. All right. I'm not bringing politics into here, guys. I'm just not doing it. So, you know, all right, let's get into your reading, Capricorn. There's the King of Swords that was like, obviously wanted to come out. And you have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom. All right. Okay, so you guys have the King of Swords, and this is showing up as the current issue here. So, all right, I feel like there's maybe something that is, I think you're trying to figure out if something is like accurate or not. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's maybe something that you're like, was that planned out or is that not? You know, something like that. I will absolutely tell you. The fire sign readings were like very, well, I mean, I guess this spread kind of like lends itself to that kind of energy, but they were, I don't know, it was interesting. So let's see what's going on. I do think that there's maybe something here that possibly you're struggling with, maybe feeling like, I don't know. I really understand this as being like, is this real or is this like not? You know what I'm saying? Something about that. Like it almost feels like, is this AI generated or is it not? Okay, that's kind of what I'm understanding there. So, all right, let's see what's going on. I will also say this problem with this King of Swords here, could also possibly have something to do with just like, I gotta tell you, something that is like it's just not accurate, or you know that it's not accurate, okay? But maybe this is something that I don't know. Let's see what's going on, okay? So for the lie here, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles for the lie. I wonder if you are, maybe somebody is feeling like you are like a lot more comfortable in something than you are, okay? That kind of stuff. I'm also understanding something about like doing something by yourself, or not by yourself, more of like I'm gonna like a DIY type of thing. Like I'm gonna fabricate this thing by myself instead of, I don't know, like buying something. You know what I'm actually getting is somebody being like, I'm going to make the Halloween costume. Like I want to make the Halloween costume, something like that. Okay. I already know that this reading is, kind of all over the place. All right. King of Swords as the problem. I mean, I agree, if that helps at all. So let's see what else is going on. We're going to clarify and get like way more into it. So, all right, you guys have the Prince of Pentacles, and this is showing up for the truth, actually. So maybe something is less advanced than I don't know, than you're thinking here. Okay, that kind of thing. This to me feels like something, I feel like I delivered this exact reading in the fire signs, I swear to God. So there might be some repetition here, okay? So sorry about that, but I am getting hit with kind of the same, a similar message, okay? So there might be something where the truth is like, yes, the base layer of something is true, or like the original message of something about that is true in some sense, okay? That kind of thing. But I feel like maybe the lie is how far along something has gone, or, you know, or how, maybe even how somebody is taking care of something, okay, or lack thereof, that kind of stuff. I feel like there is absolute dishonesty going on here, but it feels like manipulation, okay, Capricorn? So All right. You guys have the Two of Hearts here. This is showing up for the solution. I mean, I feel like this Two of Hearts, okay, this to me feels like just partnering up, or maybe there's something here that you have like a particular friendship or, you know, something about that kind of stuff, okay? That could certainly be part of whatever it is. I also want to say something about a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, or a logo, something like that, okay? That kind of thing. I feel like there's something in that. All right. Okay, for those of you who are like just as weird as I am and like get sucked into like every like possible puzzle, riddle, like anything that you can solve, it's like that's what I want to be doing. Okay, I don't know. You might be really big into there might be something about switching out letters. Okay, like I'm sorry, this is gonna sound absolutely crazy, okay? But that's all right. That's me. But so if it was like an S, it's like we'll make that a C. I'm not an English teacher, okay? But I don't know. I'm getting something like that, okay? So I don't know. Let's see what the heck is going on here, Capricorn. Maybe you're trying to figure out something in like an extremely logical type of mapped out, planned out, strategic type of way here. And I'm also getting something here, Capricorn, where I wonder if people are looking at you like, wow, like they are constantly have something on their mind, or they are always trying to figure out something, that kind of thing. And maybe people are looking at you like, are you okay? But here's the thing. If that is the case, it feels like you're grounded. Okay. There's like a sense of like being grounded through that. So there is something to be said about that. All right. That kind of stuff. I hope that makes some sort of sense. All right, let's see. Let's clarify this reading. Okay, there's like, I want to say ambiguous energy or something about that. Okay, that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. You know what? There's such a conflict here. It's like, was this organized or was this not? Okay, something like that. Also, maybe technology has something to do with this, okay? That could also be part of whatever is going on here. All right, so let's see what's up here. What the heck? Interesting. Maybe you guys like Christmas. Isn't that, well, that is really random. But maybe you like Christmas, okay? Queen of Hearts is at the bottom. I gotta tell you, I feel like that's true for somebody, or that's like a real synchronicity. This looks like holly, doesn't it? Okay, there's something about that. So, all right, let's see. So, okay, so you guys have, with the King of Swords, you guys have the Devil card. So, that, all right, there's a, this is like being attached to something that you are like, no, I have to figure this out. There's no other way other than to absolutely figure out whatever the heck this is here, okay? The problem here could also be something regarding something that you are literally linked to. Maybe that's inaccurate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it could be that there's something that you're like convinced is like, no, this is the truth, or this is like, I'm attached to whatever this thing is, that kind of thing. And it could be that maybe that there is inaccuracy in something that you are like, again, linked together with, okay? That kind of stuff. I also feel like I do understand this whole like technology piece, or something like that, okay? That kind of stuff showing up in the problem here, okay? This, for me, King of Swords, the Devil card, that almost feels like an actual link or an attachment or something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. All right, kind of want to say like malware or like spyware. What am I saying? Spyware, and like an antivirus type of, I don't know, something like that. So, all right, you guys have, so for the lie, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance card. If you're thinking that something's not going to get better, I would say that's probably the lie in general, okay, that kind of stuff. I would also say here with this Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance card, you might think that you have to like change something about yourself, maybe for the comfort of somebody else. That's not true. You don't have to do that at all, okay? That's not, I don't understand that. But it is showing up as like the possible lie here. I also want to, you know what, I gotta tell you, the length of time with something, there's an inaccuracy there, okay? But listen, now I'm gonna go, now I'm really gonna be crazy, because now that makes me want to say, well, yeah, time is an absolute lie, because just is. Like, I'm not smart enough to explain that in a real concise way, but I'm sure some of you guys like totally are. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there might be something about that, okay? Like here, like, you know when they say like time flies when you're having fun? Like, there you go. Like so time is now a lie. You know what I'm saying? Because like one person's 5 minutes is going to be different than another person's 5 minutes. And I mean this in like literally the way that like, the way that oh God, this is so random. All right, I'm gonna give you a really weird example. It's not a weird example, it's just left field. When I was like super young, I think I was in middle school, I had like a really cool teacher, and she was actually awesome. I really liked her. But we were like, she was teaching us how to like kind of just relax, okay, to like meditate, to really just like kind of chill, that kind of stuff. And I was like shocked at how she was like, so she was like, okay, we're going to close our eyes, blah, blah, do all that kind of stuff. And then like at the end, she was like, now how long do you think that was? And I was like, dude, I don't know. There was something about that just like blew my mind. I was like, that proves right there that time is just an illusion. Like, cause it was, I think she said like, oh, that was only 5 minutes. And I was like, well, we must've been here for like 30 minutes, dude. Like, I don't know. So I don't know if that has anything to do with your reading, but, I understand something about that, or, you know, I don't know, something about that. Okay. I even wonder if there's I don't know if you're feeling like I'm too old to do this, or I'm too young to do this, or something about that, but there's definitely some type of, like inaccuracy rolling around in either the way, yeah, like the length of time with something, or somebody is lying about their actual like age or income, or like, I don't know, something like that. Really interesting. I think you might be, well, I know this is a Capricorn reading, but there might be, I don't know, there might be something in that, you know. I really feel like there is something about like a period of time, a timeline, something like that is showing up as like, we're going to call it a lie. I don't really know if that's like a lie. Okay. I don't know that I love that word for that. So you guys have the Prince of Pentacles, and you have it with the 10 of Wands. This is showing up as the truth here. I feel like the truth is there's maybe just like something that's super overwhelming, or this is like the second, this could even be like, it's like, yeah, you want to do something, like maybe this is like, I want to start making plans on this, or like I have this like, you know, kind of thing here, you know, I want to kind of, like figure this out, or whatever the heck it is. But it could be that with this 10 of Wands, that right now you might just be like, well, I literally have no time for anything. I'm like bogged down with a million different things, that kind of stuff. Okay. That certainly could be part of whatever this is. I also understand something again about, I don't know if something that you're trying to figure out here has now become to a point where you're feeling like trying to figure that out is now becoming a burden, or is now becoming like, you might be like, well, this isn't even my responsibility. Okay. That kind of stuff. All right. That might be part of whatever this is here. I'm understanding like a child being on somebody's shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but I'm understanding that. So, all right. Interesting. Okay. I'm also getting carnival games. So this is all over the place. Sorry, Capricorn. All right. So, okay, you guys have the 2 of Hearts, and you have it with the 8 of Swords. This is showing up as the solution here. I think that there is somebody around you who could maybe show you a way to like maybe broaden your search, or to get you unstuck from something. I mean, you know, some of you guys just like songs. I mean, this is interesting. This is really interesting. There's also like a lot of lyrics going on here. Okay. I really do feel like you are maybe there's something here where you're like, I have to choose the high road or the low road, that kind of thing. Okay. Maybe there's something you're like bluffing about something here, that kind of stuff. That definitely could be something that's like infiltrating into this reading here, Capricorn. 2 of Hearts and the 8 of Swords for this solution. I would say probably listening to your heart, or making a connection that you felt like that maybe a connection has been broken, or has been, you might even be feeling like somebody is maybe using you for something here. Okay. That kind of stuff that might also be showing up as part of this problem. Let's see. Let's get some, I want to see what's up with the lie. Okay. I don't know that I love, maybe please have more information on the lie here for Capricorn. maybe somebody was trying to make something better and it like backfired. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if that's part of whatever this is. Okay. What is that? In like a lion, out like a lamb. I don't know why I'm saying that, but all right. Okay. Two of Swords. So there's some, okay. And the Six of Hearts. What the heck was that? And the guys, the Hermit card's back. It's awesome. The Hermit card used to be in my, used to like come out all the time, like literally all the time. I think they're back. So, okay. All right. Okay. So Two of Swords and then the Six of Hearts just came out to kind of explain this little lie here. All right. So yeah, I feel like there's just something that you are, I don't think this is a lie. I think it's being at a point of being like, I don't know where to go from here. Okay. That kind of stuff. I understand somebody thinking that somebody is staring at somebody for the wrong reason. Okay. So here's what I'm getting. Somebody might be trying to give you a compliment or I don't know, something like that. And you might be taking it in the wrong way. Okay. Or, yeah, that kind of stuff. Okay. That might be part of whatever is going on here. I wonder if you missed a message. I wonder if there was like a message or an email, a text, something, a piece of mail, okay, a piece of mail that got lost or, I don't know, something, okay, fell through the cracks in some way. I don't know, something about that, okay, I'm understanding something regarding that. That's showing up as the truth here, all right, okay, I'll also tell you if you're feeling kind of pissed off about something here, maybe because something's quite personal or it's something that you are, you know, maybe you've kind of like put energy or you've like nurtured some situation here. If you're feeling, I don't know, there's something, there's like, if you're feeling kind of angry about something, it's almost like that would make sense. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would make sense in some capacity. Two of Swords and the Six of Hearts for the lie. It's like, I don't know, maybe you're feeling like you don't want to return back to something or that you are like, I don't want to have to relive whatever that is. Okay. That could be part of whatever this is. But I wonder if maybe there's something that's just being presented to you that it's like, it's a hard time to like be like, oh, I don't want to be reminded of that. I don't want to be reminded of that. It might be like, there's just kind of, I mean, you know, I understand that, but I don't know. It's kind of, you know, we can't make the world do exactly what we want. So I don't know. There is something in that. This Two of Hearts and the Eight of Swords showing up for this solution here. Again, I feel like there is some way to maybe understand. This is going to sound kind of like dramatic, to be completely honest, but I feel like that's like part of your reading. There's something here that I wonder if you and somebody else feel trapped in the same way, okay, or feel stuck in the same way, that kind of stuff, okay. I wonder, but here's what I'm also getting. There is something where it's like connecting with your higher self or connecting with maybe a partner, I don't know, somebody, that kind of stuff. There's something about being it's like, well, now we're stuck together. Like we're in this together, something about that. Okay. I don't know. So maybe like joining forces in some sense, or, you know, something about that might be part of whatever the solution is. All right, Capricorn, we're going to get a oracle card for you to see what it is. Broom. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So broom, and then it says energy clearing and freshening. Energy clearing and freshening. Okay, maybe you are feeling like somebody does not want you somewhere when maybe that's not the case. Do you know what I'm saying? You might be feeling like, okay, well, I'm like, they want me to leave now, or I don't feel welcome here in some capacity. Maybe that's not the case at all, okay? It might just be that maybe somebody is having a hard time opening up, okay, that kind of stuff. Or is maybe somebody is like, you know what, I feel like kind of like, I want to say like victimized by something that, I mean, listen, maybe, okay, certainly could be. There's something about linking something together, okay? There's something about picking up on facts, all right, that kind of stuff. I would also say something here about really listening to people who maybe you think don't know what they're talking about, okay, that kind of stuff. I wouldn't judge in that way. I certainly wouldn't. Okay. I really wouldn't. I'd be really open to information. Absolutely. Even if it's coming from like a kind of an interesting place or some place that you wouldn't really expect, you know, that kind of stuff. It almost feels like walking into like, I don't know, a store that sells lampshades and you're like, I'm here to buy a couch. And they're like, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? There's something like that. I don't really know if that made sense. It made sense in my head. All right, energy clearing and freshening. I think that there's okay, I'm not like a Reiki person. I don't do Reiki. I don't not my expertise. But I am really interested in it. But I wonder if there's something here where putting something in alignment or clearing some type of block here in some sense, that might be something that is part of the solution here, okay? That kind of stuff. I also do think that there is something where it's like you can like to making something your own, like making it like by yourself, that kind of stuff, okay? There's something about that. I don't know why that's showing up as the lie. Maybe you made something by yourself and somebody assumed that you didn't do it and you're like, no, I did that. Like that was, I made that. I don't know. And somebody doesn't believe that. This is a really confusing reading, Capricorn. I'll tell you that right now. I got to tell you, I would 100% check all your placements because this reading feels confusing. Okay. It feels like there's like cover up everywhere, that kind of stuff, right? That's what I'm feeling with whatever's going on here. But again, I really do think that story kind of rings true about like making sure that you're open to information or whatever, or opinions, whatever it is, from again, like maybe an unlikely source or, you know, something like that. I'm very much picking up that energy. Okay. Absolutely. You know, something you might like, this reminds me of doing like a double take on something. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of energy. I'm picking something up about that. So I don't know. This is interesting. You know, some of you guys may not to like scare everybody, but like maybe some of you guys are, I don't know, see like shadows or you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. That might be something that we're talking about here. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know. Look at this little white flower there. Is that a dandelion skeleton? I don't know. I don't even know what the heck they're called, but that's what I think that is. All right. So, all right. That was an interesting reading. So that's what I have for you guys, Capricorn. I hope that reading was helpful, made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements. Otherwise, I will see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.